Hello everyone, this is Oreo Blaster. Today we will be doing a replay analysis of a Team League game that I had a few weeks ago. This one is featuring me on Malfurion and my friend Justin on Chromie, and we were duoing and we got paired with another trio who ended up going Tracer, Varian, and Diva. We are going up against a Blaze, Stitches, Li Ming, Brightwing, and Genji. Yeah, I didn't see him because he's still on spawn. So, and of course the map is Volskaya Industries, or first Volskaya Foundry. Volskaya Industries is the Overwatch version of that. So, as you can see, the blue team, I would say, so just to go over a bit about each team, I would say that a blue team is a bit more of a late game team comp than the enemy team, or than red team. Red team has Genji and Li Ming, so they're going to be looking to get a single pick in any fight, just so that then they can snowball with that, and hopefully just basically get a team wipe off of getting one reset. And that's really strong against the Diva mech, because the Diva mech counts as a reset for both Genji and Li Ming. So then the issue with the blue team could potentially be that Chromie and Varian are fairly late game heroes, because, or at least mid game, because Varian needs to get level 10 in order to be a hero. So Chromie and Chromie needs to just stack a lot, but this is a really good map for her because she can stack off of the Protector. So I would say that blue team has a really good setup if they can hold out long enough and not keep getting picked. And I think a lot of it surprisingly comes down to how good their Diva player is. I mean, obviously how good everybody is, but I feel like the Chromie and the Diva are the potentially scary players, in the sense that you never know if a Diva player is going to be good or bad. I would assume they'd be good, but she could really affect the outcome of this game if she's able to use her mech explosion to zone really well. And then, of course, red team is going to be looking for Stitches hooks into Blaze stun into a bunch of damage, or and then Poly. So hook this, I forget what it's called. His or Blaze's charge into Browning Poly into dead. They're just dead. And then Blaze's oil slick will help keep everybody there. So we will see how this plays out. All right.
The gates are open. Go.
So obviously Malf and Chromie are going to be looking for picks off of time traps, and Varian and Malf can set up for Chromie pretty well. And the really good thing about that's not good for Chromie. The really good thing about Tracer is that she can finish up the kills that Chromie, or kills that Chromie did not get because she almost killed them and they run away with like 10% HP. She can just zoom in and secure the kill. So Chromie immediately getting hooked. That's not a good thing, but the rest of the team wasn't ready to react. Chromie doesn't have a level 2 yet, so she can't capitalize on the time trap there. Level 2 is when Chromie gets timely surprise if she's gonna pick it, but I know she's gonna pick it, which resets her Sandblast and her Dragon's Breath. So if anybody hits a trap, they will just get hit by a ton of damage as long as she's nearby and aware of them getting hit by that trap. So now, just around a bit. Even mech gets pulled. Not that big of a deal. Ooh, that was a really good Malfurion. Caught everybody trying to get Diva. Yeah, it's really important that the Diva mech doesn't die for free. Chromie getting stacks, which is going to be looking for another hook here. People are going to lanes. As expected, Brightwing's going to be solo laning because she can teleport to her allies if needed. Oh, Chromie gets hooked again. Unfortunate. Yeah, there's no way. If Malf landed that route, he might have been able to stop the Genji dash, but he needed to basically anticipate her getting hooked in the first place, which he kind of should have, but he missed that. Tracer doing poke damage. Diva went bot to go against Genji. Potentially a bad matchup. Varian can't do that much, but he can, poke at Browning. Blaze went up top to, I guess, just push out the wave. That's fine. I mean, right now it doesn't really matter. Either team, or both teams are just trying to soak. It makes sense that Malf and Chromie are together because they have really good synergy together, especially with the time trap route follow up. Malf getting hooked. Not good. Ooh, so a really dangerous thing about things that like Li Ming's orb is that if you're standing next to something like a time trap and it hits something and then it explodes, it wouldn't normally get triggered on the time trap, but because it hit something else and exploded and it did damage in that radius, it breaks the time trap. It's the same thing as like a Zagara creep. Zagara creep can get cleared really easily by things like Li Ming's orbs if she hits a minion wave nearby, which can be really problematic. Because normally a character like Li Ming can't actually clear creep that well. She should be dead. Oh, dang, that was really close. Tracer tried to finish that up, but she couldn't quite get there. Genji looking for the kill on either Malf or Tracer. Tracer's long gone. He doesn't get Malf. Krovi's trying to wait out the hook. It's funny. D.Va's pushing a bot pretty well against Brightwing. Looks like Genji just switched with her and Blaze a solo top. That makes sense. Oh, there's the trap. No root follow-up. Okay, good. Stitch is finally missing a hook after landing so many in a row. Protector's going to be spawning in 30 seconds. Now, as most people know, the Volskaya Protector to a lot of people feels very underwhelming. I happen to disagree. Ooh, what was that? It was top. That was a Genji pickoff. I'll go back for it, but I'm sure it's self-explanatory. I personally think that the Protector is incredibly strong, but I know a lot of people don't, or think it's just weak or it doesn't do much. It's mainly because I think that people don't use it correctly. They don't use it as sort of a like mobile ice block, where you can have one person riding it, and then let's say I'm playing Malfurion, I get in the Protector, and then I go into their team and I'm just team fighting with the Protector, and I hop out for a split second just to Twilight Dream, and then I get right back in. That's the kind of stuff that I feel like you should be doing, but a lot of people don't do that because they just see it as, oh, it's purely like a Dragon Knight. It's not. There's no more utility to it. And I think we'll see some of that later in this. I believe that it really shows the potential of the Protector. So I'm sure Varian just got dashed, or got swift struck. Would it be? I guess. Oh, is that stun that got him? That was unfortunate. Oh well. So D.Va Brightwing, as slow as expected. Chromie's still trying to get stacks. Malph's gonna be trying to give Chromie mana off cooldown just so she never has to back, or almost never has to back. Oh my gosh, the Stitch's hooks are on point. Ooh, that Malfio, is it enough? Oh, it's almost enough. That was really close. Tracer almost killing herself from that. Cool. It's a good thing that Genji's dash was off cooldown, or on cooldown, for at least for them. So Tracer should be able to get out of that. It's just, I don't know, it's just totally fine. That root up here is actually really cool because it was essentially anticipating the angle where Genji would be able to swift strike in to kill Tracer immediately. It's one of those where it doesn't look immediately apparent because it could just look like Malf just misclicked, but see where Genji's positioned right here and Tracer's right there. If Genji had his swift strike up, he could have dashed through and killed Tracer. He might have missed, but if he did hit her, he would have been a guaranteed kill, and he would have gotten away for free. So Malf puts a root there, which basically almost perfectly intercepts the distance between Genji and Tracer, so that Genji wouldn't be able to hit Tracer, but Genji would see that root, so he dashed through, get stuck, and then immediately die. It's just trying to get another hook there. My mouth almost got it. 5 mid, D.Va soaking bot while the blue team waits for Chromie. And Tracer, because she had the back. She didn't need the back, but she didn't have any. They do not have that much health. Malf trying to predict the hook so that he could block it with the Vengeful Roots Treant, but he missed, so it's unfortunate. D.Va dropping her mech. Keep in mind down here that Tracer was chasing off Brightwing bot lane, and it looks like Sticky Bomb's on her, so she should be dead. Yeah, that was a really good pick by Tracer. Now, blue team should be able to get this point. Oh, unfortunately, I think Malf is going to die here. Oh, is he going to make it out? Oh, nice. Wow. That was really close. And blue team finishes off Blaze because he overextended to try to kill Malf. And now red team has to back off of this. They can go back in on it. I don't know why this UI is messed up. Red team can try to contest blue team on this because they don't have that much progress on it. It's currently at 25, so they can regroup and try to fight for it again. But meanwhile, Li Ming is going to soak top. Tracer should be able to kill her. Actually, wait, I forgot Tracer doesn't have Sticky Bomb yet. She can't kill her there. That's fine though. Oh, but Tracer should have stayed up to get all that soak. That's a lot of free soak. But in response, or because of the poke damage that Li Ming took, Tracer did have, Li Ming had to back, and so it's been a 4v5 here for quite a while. As you can see, like both teams aren't really capable of killing each other. I mean, Chromie doesn't really have the burst damage yet to just blow up somebody like Li Ming or Brightwing, and also Brightwing's pixie dust, or the pixie dust she can throw on people gives them spell armor, so it makes it really difficult for Chromie to get picks sometimes. And they're also just really tanky. So really, like Chromie just wants to be stacking, and she's stacking a bit slowly, but that's, I mean, it happens sometimes. What is interesting is that because blue team has a Chromie, they actually really, I mean, obviously you don't want to lose the protector, but they don't mind losing the protector because then Chromie can just farm a bunch of free stacks. So it's actually kind of a win-win for blue team. Red team doesn't really have any of that luxury. Oh man, Stitches is just on point with these hooks. Unfortunately, Stitches eats the time trap that Genji. That should have been for Genji, but that happens. Genji should be dead. That was a really good D.Va mech because it zoned them all off the point and kind of funneled them off in awkward directions so that they couldn't help out Genji. Varian is currently on the bad side of this, but I believe Stitches is still going to be dead because of the Sticky Bomb on him. Chromie's a bit too low. Mouth probably has a regrowth cooldown that he's waiting on. So Stitches should be dead, and then red team's probably going to have to back off of this, and blue team will get their protector most likely. Yeah, there's no way that red team gets this. Oh wow, that root. They're gonna get that kill. Wow. That was super close. And they'll get the, yeah. Oh man, red team retreated way too late. So currently, as is the current meta tradition, I guess you could say, only one person's in the protector. I mean, they could have two. They have, like, blue team has really poor structure damage. Poor D.Va. Just trying to get in the protector and she can't. Uh-oh, Chromie might be in trouble here. This is the big issue with having your a healer in the protector, is that the healer can't help out the rest of the team. Mouth got out of the protector in order to try to help out Chromie and Varian so that they don't die. Meanwhile, Tracer's been soaking bot, which is really good because that means that they should be ahead on soak, and they'll also be red team will be missing out on soak, and then blue team at this rate should be hitting ults before red team, which is really good for blue team. Tracer's terrorizing Li Ming, but she can't go any further. Brightwing went to go soak top. Stitches is having really good angles on these hooks. I'm surprised that he's not hitting more of them. Ooh, Tracer almost killed herself. That could have been really bad. Because if Genji got that pick there, that would have put them a lot closer in XP. Mouth is trying to read these hooks, and he's technically reading them, but he's just missing them by It's a short window, but that basically negates their effectiveness entirely. It's unfortunate. Varian goes taunt, pretty much as expected, because they need hard CC. They're 4 top right now, which is kind of interesting. Let's see. What does blue team want to do right now? Because the problem is, blue team has abysmal siege. Okay, I was unsafe. Tracer was getting the pick on Brightwing again. Yeah, blue team has just awful siege damage. I mean, I guess with D.Va in pilot mode, they might, but she's really bad. Like, she doesn't do anything. Tracer has good siege once she gets locked and loaded, but I don't know if she'll be going that. And that's on 16, so it's like, really, blue team is actually very reliant on the protectors in order to be able to really get any structure damage in. They also have pretty poor wave clear. It's surprising. Both teams actually have really bad wave clear. I didn't think about that. It's not. I mean, red teams is slightly better, but it's surprising how bad both of their wave clear setups are and their structure damage. Because Li Ming Genji is just totally looking for hero picks, and it does not looking for siege damage at all. Looks like Diva's taking a lot of damage here. That's fine. She probably is going to use her mech if she needs to. Wow, she's all... Okay, there we go. So that was kind of bad because he gave red team their resets. But, you know, that happens. Varian's in the thick of it. Mouse looking for the Twilight Dream on Genji. Gets it, but Genji hops out before... Ooh, Genji messed up so bad. He's dead. Genji accidentally, or he didn't, he dashed before the temporal loop, which was just him panicking. So he totally messed that up. Now that Emerald Window was really good because it stun locked D.Va so that she couldn't really do anything there, and Malf is off getting gorged and dying. So it's not looking good for blue. I mean, it's like kind of even right now, but it looks like Varian's gonna die. I'm sure he's low on parries, and Malf is probably gonna die. It would take so much work. Like he'd have to he would put a root under tower, and then have the tower hit the tree, and then walk up here, and hopefully blue team is still fighting, so he can just walk out this way. But there's no way that's gonna happen because like a half health variant who's probably out of parries and out of mana Chromie and Chromie in general with no temporal loop, they can't stall the fight. So Malpha's almost certainly dead. Yeah, okay, so they gave up on Varian just for the guaranteed Malf pick. As Malf just leads them across the map. That actually really wasted red team's time. It's not like it matters that much for them, but you know, it's just they spent a lot of time on that. I think that Stitch's Orb Blaze could have gone by himself. But you know, whatever. Tracer just laying in the Stitches because there's not really any risk in that. It's a good dodge. It's now control point. B should be up soon.
A new terminal will be ready shortly.
It's gonna take so long on that camp. I don't think that's worth it at all for D.Va. Like it just takes her way too long to do that. Looks like Stitch has got a hook on that. Arian should be able to survive, but he might not make it out. Malph's Twilight Dream is enough, so that's gonna be really rough. That was a good route because it zoned off the rest of red team.
Take control of it.
D.Va finally got that camp after so long. Tracer looking to potentially flank somebody with her... She doesn't have her sticky bomb. I don't know why she's positioning there. That seems really, like, needlessly risky. Every time you hear that time trap sound, someone's gonna get hit. Tracer again trying to terrorize Brightwing. So red team does not have their healer currently, which is bad for them, but they also know that Gorge is down, so there's no like real pig potential other than like just the basic stitches pull into Blaze stun. So yeah, it was an alright mech. Doesn't do that much other than just give blue team time to get set up on the point with the turret and the time trap. She's still terrorizing Brightwing. Doesn't look like she'll get the pick though. Wow, that must have been really close. But that was a really good play by Tracer for knowing that you could actually get that in. Looks like Demon Mech is down, Diva's down. So now blue team has to back up some. Tracer's going to be coming in, but there's no way that... Ooh, they might be able to get... Booming? Yeah. Unfortunately, Tracer's recall was still down from when she killed Brightwing over here, so she just trades for that. It's an interesting route placement. Stitches and Blaze can't get out, and I think that Genji's gonna get hit by it. Gleaming is just flying backwards. Yeah. So it looks like Malph is gonna be able to set up for a really good Twilight Dream here. Unless he just gets stunned out of it, but he should be able to get it off. Oh, he kind of misses Stitches. That's a big problem. And there's no follow-up damage for the Genji, so that wasn't actually that good. Brightwing misses the, not Brightwing, Chromie missed the time trap there so that she missed the kill on Blaze. Looks like he's gonna die here. Oh, Genji messed up so badly. If he jumped in that route which killed him. Ouch. Looks like Malph is dead. Just leading them away because he can't do anything about that. I don't know why Varian went back in. There was really nothing to gain from that. He's gonna die to that. Yeah, he shouldn't have gone in. Malph was 100% dead. There was no reason for him to go back. Yeah, I think that blue team can actually poke at this a lot. And I think that they could potentially take it back, but it basically would require Chromie to get a lucky pick. And then Diva to like run on the point, drop her mech, and then hold off a bit. Because Malph will be coming back soon, but I don't think they can get it anymore. It was highly unlikely, but there was potential. Diva made out of her mech before she got stunned, but she's still gonna die here. Oh, that it's so close, but they're not gonna get it. Oh, Sir got completely blown up. And unfortunately, Malph and Chromie both made the dreaded mistake, as we will see again here in this instant replay. Not so instant. Made the dreaded mistake of walking along the laser. Lieming made an amazing play here, because Malph walked along the laser because he's terrible, but Chromie actually got knocked into it by Lieming. That was an amazing use of her Wave of Force. So Chromie couldn't dodge this because I believe that she did have her. Let's see, can I see this? Yeah, so her timeout was off cooldown, so she could have survived that. Like she could have blocked it, but it was less than a quarter second of a reaction time, I'd say, for when she got knocked into it. And she was also technically dazed, so she couldn't ice block. So that was an incredible Wave of Force by Lieming. So, needless to say, they both died. Malph was dead from that, because he was walking along and he didn't really have any other choice. Varian can't really do anything by himself, so they just give top. They're probably also going to lose top wall. I think they're just going to go for top wall instead of mid, because there's not really any point in pushing out mid. I mean, it's destruction damage, but I think it'd be way better to get this because because the next point is going to be point C bot lane. Both teams are going to want to get their mercs top so that they can be pushing while they're skirmishing bot. So then potentially if red team push their mercs up into the keep over here, they could actually get like passive damage on the keep if they have this wall down. I mean, normally it would be hurting or destroying the wall anyways. But if the wall's down, it makes the keep damage that much easier. It's advantageous for them to get this over the mid fort. Not much to really see here. Li Ming is kind of just wandering. I don't know why she's there. Probably trying to get stacks in the protector. Stitches, unsurprisingly, when fishing hook to try to get some Chromie or mouth picks. I find it interesting that Li Ming back for full mana there. I mean, I get that she was a bit low, but clearly she doesn't want to be in the fight for that long, or going into the fight with half mana because she wants to try to combo a whole bunch and get a bunch of kills in a row. But that's really risky because she saw that blue team was up. They were going to be moving out towards mid, and blue team just got level 16. So it's not. I don't think that was a good idea at all. Her team needed her to be there. It's now Blaze is in this awkward situation where he's like super caught out, and he is dead here. I also find it like I'm. You know, I didn't even think about this. I should have thought about this earlier when I should be looking at the talents more often. Brightwing didn't take cleanse. I cannot understand why you wouldn't take cleanse here. Because of temporal loop, because of Malfruits, because of variant taunt. I know that those are they're only 3 things, but taunt is something that is always an issue and it will completely destroy Genji. Or just anybody, but really just Genji. And Chromie Temporal Loop is like one of the most telegraphed things you could cleanse in the entire game. And Malfruits are something that, I mean, assuming the other mouth player, assuming that the mouth player is good, they're going to be landing a decent number of roots. So I don't know. I mean, Blaze has self unstoppable, but I really think that was a huge mistake. I get that she's going phase shift build for the first 3 talents, but I still think that not picking cleanse was a huge blunder. And because Li Ming back there was a 4v5 and they couldn't really do anything about Blaze. I mean, Blaze got super zoned by that D.Va mech right here, which was a very well placed mech. Like there, Genji just died there because, I mean, Brightwing wasn't there, but in that kind of scenario, if Genji got cleansed there, he would have survived. But I think that actually really messed up red team not having cleanse. Tracer's gonna be looking to get the pick on Brightwing. Brightwing did take extended poly duration though, so it's gonna be very difficult for Tracer to get enough damage in before she gets polyed. Kind of strange that he gorged D.Va mech. There doesn't seem to be any point to that. I mean, I know the Brightwing's trying to port in and push her back. Okay, I guess that's a guaranteed kill. Ooh, wait a second. Oh, that was really close. That was a huge heal that Malf just gave Diva. They should be able to kill. Whoa. Oh my god, this fight is crazy. I'm actually amazed that... Wait, I want to go back and look through this again, because this is actually pretty surprising. Okay, so first we have... Diva almost gets out. So, okay, so obviously her mech breaks. Malf runs in to throw a root down, which has the treant take tower aggro. Unfortunately, the tree dies in only one shot because the enemy team hits it a bunch. It does block the Stitches hook, but it's still, I mean, it dies too fast. Malf gives Diva actually a pretty crazy heal, and she just can't get out in time because she only had one more tower shot left that she was gonna take, but the wave of force is what did enough damage to kill her. Just kind of unfortunate. So Tracer's coming up, as we know what happened. She almost kills Li Ming. I feel like she doesn't pay attention to Li Ming's teleport cooldown because that it just came off cooldown. But that is so close. That was so close. Chromie kind of forgot about the ice block. Brightwing just gets a really good hook on Varian. Right now, I mean, Blue Team can't really do anything against this, but they don't really have to worry that much because, oh, Malf is super dead. Yeah, can't do anything about that. He needed to preemptively ice block that. Yep. I mean, it's weird how Red Team has a huge advantage right now, yet they can't really do that much about it because they don't have that much wave clear or tower or structure damage. I mean, Li Ming does decent structure damage, but not nearly as much as any other like sustained DPS like Vala, Greymane, Cassia, Zul'jin, Raynor. You know, Red Team gets here the what is it? What do people call this? The support camp. It's just something for them to do and get some extra health. Not too bad. Now this point is always interesting just because of the conveyor belts. They make things I would say needlessly hectic. It's kind of silly, but I mean they're really fun and they can cause some very interesting things to happen. Tracer's pushing with top mercs, which is fine. Only problem is that Brightwing can pour down whenever she wants over here. She can't do much else against this. She's gonna come down. It's probably for the best. Varian's getting this camp while he waits for Tracer to come down. And it seems like Blue Team is totally fine with just letting this get close to the end point, or to 99, and then they'll probably try to contest. Chromie has the triple time traps from Indoor Hall Anomaly at level 18, which is going to make this... If Blue Team can actually get on the point, Chromie can set up a lot of defenses to make it very difficult for Red Team to actually recap it. I don't know about that mech. That wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't terrible. So now everyone's here. Tracer's still a bit farther off clearing the wave. Red Team unfortunately gets the Protector. I should say unfortunately. Red Team gets the Protector. Unfortunately for Blue Team. Malf is able to secure the kill on Blaze. I want to make sure I saw that correctly. Why did I miss that? I think I was busy looking at a Tracer. Okay, yeah, so it was just the route into the time trap. It looks like Diva's probably gonna die here. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. These conveyor belts basically saved her because it gave her enough distance between Genji so that she wouldn't get hit by his swipes. And they were able to, and Varian and Tracer were able to pick off Brightwing up here because she got a bit too far out and had to ice block in a really awkward spot. Tracer doesn't seem to be very good at not shooting at Genji when he's deflecting though, which is kind of hurting blue team a bit. Malf and Chromie learned their lesson from earlier not to stand on the laser beam, which is nice. Tracer's split pushing right now. She took sleight of hand. It's whatever. Ouch, that was brutal for Li Mei. I think that was taunt into, yeah, that was taunt into root in the Twilight Ring. Ouch. So this is where the apparent weakness of the Protector shows up, where it's like, okay, red team only has the Protector, and all of blue team is up. What do they do? Like, they kind of just poke at them and maybe try to get kills? It's awkward for them. Stitches should die. Stitches made a huge mistake there. He didn't use the health pack before he died, so now blue team also gets a health pack off of him. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, so now blue team just can basically free push. I mean, since Li Mei and Stitches are down, they don't actually have that much to worry about. I mean, all they have to obviously worry about getting picked by Genji, but I mean, if they're all full health from Malf, they don't need to worry about anything. Oh my gosh, I don't know about that charge, Blaze. That's a really good Devo. Genji should be dead to Chromie now. Oh, Chromie missed it. Oh my gosh, Chromie missed her Q. It's unfortunate. But she didn't miss that one. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Hero slain. Hero slain.
Oh no. Well, that happens sometimes. I mean, Tracer starts automatically shooting because it got aggroed. That was unfortunate for her. Looks like Brightwing, I mean, yeah, Brightwing got caught out by the Varian and Diva. She's super dead. That was a really good gorge by Stitches. I think Diva should be dead here. Wow, I'm really surprised she got out of that. Blaze is dead if he walks in that trap. If he's dead. Those time traps are deadly. They're very deadly. Especially late game when Chromie's really stacked. Yeah, Chromie has 118 stacks. That's pretty crazy. This is looking for a fishing hook on a Chromie. That's pretty funny. I mean, he also can't do much here, but he's clearly looking for that pick. That was a good hook. Fortunately, it's against Variants, so it's not going to do a ton, but it's still significant. Diva running partial interference. She'll get out, though. Stitch is using Quartz on Diva again, like off cooldown. That was a really good Stitch's hook. Blue team just needs to try to get out without dying. They should be able to disengage with the time traps. Brightwing almost just died from that though, from that one time trap impact. So he's gonna support. Blue team just wants to kind of sit on the point, maybe get the Protector, wait for Diva.
It's time. Hold the terminal and break.
Oh, that was so funny. Oh man, that was really funny. Chromie actually reacted in time to ice block the hook, and then Varian got hooked behind her. That's great. Okay, just gonna hit this trap next. Oh I forgot he got rooted. I'm kind of ice blocked for no reason there. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening in here. Diva's still down. This is actually a 4v5. I mean, Blaze is doing that camp. Okay, so I guess it's a 4v4, so it's a fair fight. Mouth is, I mean, Genji really wants to kill Mouth. He only needs like 1 or 2 swipes at Mouth. I think just 1, actually. Yeah. No, okay, he needs 2. But, and then if Mouth moonfires him, I think he needs 3. But he's silenced, and when Genji's silenced, he can't, in D-Blade, he can't auto-attack, and he can't swipe his sword, so he just has to, he walks around and does nothing. So Tracer needs to try to kill him as fast as possible so that Mouth doesn't die. Meanwhile, Varian is just like 3v1 and like maniac. He's getting a lot of artillery support from Chromie, and Chromie does have a time trap set up here, which somebody is probably going to walk over, but we'll see if they destroy it. Genji's going for it. He hit Mouth once, but then because like I said, Mouth moonfired, so he got the mini heal off of the moonfire, so now he needs 2 extra swipes, which is not looking good for Genji, because if he swipes again, he's going to end his deflect, which is going to put him at risk of dying to the Tracer. Varian is currently polymorph, but Li Ming got time stopped here, or time trapped, which means that they don't actually have any follow-up damage for this while he's polymorphed, so he'll probably be able to walk out scot-free, and Chromie should be able to get out because Brownie's about to hit this trap. Oh, that was so close on Mouth. That's crazy. That was a huge deal. Brownie's ice block is down, and she gets one shot by Chromie. Can't say I'm not surprised, or can't say I'm surprised, but I mean that's late game Chromie with shifting sands and over double the quest completion. So now blue team just wants to sit on this and get as many and get the protector, push down bot, and then just win the game. Because as we've mentioned, red team kind of has really weird damage, and so does blue team, but they have very poor single target damage. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They have really good bursts, but they don't have good sustain. So, I mean, all red team can do right now is just sort of clean up their base a bit, lick their wounds, and then try not to die, or just make sure that other stuff is pushed out so that hopefully they can have the space in order to melt the protector before these catas start pressuring them, or like mid start pressuring them. Tracer's been split pushing a lot this game. It's really surprising. Carly gets she gets instantly taunted. Potentially really bad. She could just die to the protector right now. Diva got out of the protector, so Mouth is by himself. There's no gunner. He was going really deep. Too bad. Blaze isn't gonna. Oh, see, look at. Oh wow, that was crazy. Blaze was fully expecting the Stitches hook, and he was ready to detonate his ult, anticipating the hook. And if he landed that hook and the ult went off, that person probably was 100% dead, unless Mouth could get the protector over to them so that they could hop in the protector. Alright, Stitches gorged 2 people, gorged Diva and Varian. Unfortunately, Tracer missed her sticky bomb on Ming, and Ming did basically the same thing that we saw earlier, where Ming got kind of low, but then Tracer wasn't able to finish her off before she teleported in place and killed her. So Varian looks like he's in a really bad spot. He's probably going to die here. He can't get out of that. Diva's almost dead, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Diva used the protector as a sort of ice block in order to get out of that really bad situation. So that is a very good use of the protector. Now, hopefully, I think that Chromie should be able to make it out of this, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's dead. Oh, Chromie missed that. Bang. Browning gets smashed by the Protector because the Protector really hurts at this point in the game. Malf diving insanely deep with D.Va in order to get this Stitches kill. And keep in mind, this looks terrifying for D.Va, but as long as Malf understands that, basically, as long as they're thinking the same thing, Malf can just walk over to D.Va and she can get back in the Protector and not die. Yep, there we go. That is really good use of the Protector in my opinion. Chromie's really dug in right now. It's hard for red team to really get over to her. Answer should be dead here. Okay, I shouldn't say that. If he didn't have his deflect, he was dead, but he did, so worked out. Malf gets out in order to be in position to help Chromie get kills, and that happened. Mainly because Twilight Dream was up. Malf wanted to get out because Twilight Dream just is so good at getting picks. And now the Protector's kind of useless, so they get out. Malf is healing the Katas over anybody else on the team right now because Katas are actually doing more core damage than their entire team will. Best thing that Malf can do is give Chromie mana and try to get picks as people walk into these time traps. Ooh, that was a surprise. That was an, I think, accidentally really good hook. Yep, and this is going to be GG for the red team because there's no way that they can defend this. Stitches got the legendary, the legendary team Gorge. Yep, and that's gonna be GG. So yeah, it was. I think that this was a really good game because it did a very good job of, or it very clearly demonstrated some of the potential that you can for the Protector, because a lot of people just see the Protector as, oh, only one person gets in it and stays in it for the whole time, or two people get in it and it's like not super good because it's, you know, a 4v5 essentially with like one of those people or one of those members of that 4v5 being really strong. But so there's a lot of potential in the Protector, as we saw, and there was very good D.Va play, I would say. Like, definitely understands the character and how aggressive you can be, and the kind of crazy stuff you can get away with. So I think that this was a really interesting game. D.Va was really good. Stitches was really good. I mean, obviously the Genji and Li Ming were playing really well. The Brightwing, I really think that the Brightwings messed up a lot by not going cleanse. That seems like a huge mistake. Blaze kind of just was doing whatever. I mean, he was fine. Aaron was fine. Tracer really liked split pushing, which was strange, but not bad. Chromie was doing a lot of damage, and Malf, although he got picked off a bit, he did have some pretty good burst heals with the Moonfires. So yeah, I thought it was a really good game. It showed a lot of coordination, especially on the red side. How they were totally setting up for picks with the stitches, which is neat. And yeah, I really enjoyed this game. It didn't feel that one-sided, and it was also really interesting because both teams had terrible wave clear, or terrible wave clear, terrible siege. So it's like even if one team wins, it's not like oh gosh, they have an Asmodan or an Azebo or a Sylvanas, we just like lose two structures instantly. So yeah, interesting game, and I hope that you possibly learned something from this, and I hope that you enjoyed it, found it entertaining, insightful, maybe just wanted to watch a HOTS game. I don't know. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I'm Oreo Blaster, and I will see you in the next video, or whenever, or on stream. Who knows? All right, take care.